Church community services, in a nutshell, is people helping people.
It's a place where you can come and ask for help and it's okay.
I just know they've done so much. They give you training, they'll help you get a job.
It helps people in the community here weather those storms that go on in their lives, whether it's financial, whether it's food, whether it's just being empowered to move to the next step. They come here looking for something.
I meet with clients that need financial assistance. We help with rent, utilities, and prescriptions, and sometimes miscellaneous things like birth certificates, steel-toed work boots.
Church Community Services wants to be a place where hope not only resides, but people internally, our staff, our volunteers, our donors, know that that's part of the relationship that we want to provide.
I think it's important because none of us can do this by ourselves. CCS is all about bringing the churches and individuals and groups in the community together for a common goal, and that is making Elkhart a better place and helping to wipe out poverty, or at least diminish it in the city of Elkhart.
The food pantry started when Church Community Services started. We would give bags and boxes of food to people who needed it.
We have 5 to 6, 7 volunteers that help us during that time there to assist the clients and the guests through our pantry.
They've been really helping the community out a lot with food-wise for Thanksgiving and days that people don't have really money-wise.
The food bank is a new entity that we've gotten into, and that is helping those who are in the area who have small food pantries or a hot meal site. Those people then come here and get some of the extra food that they need for their assistance.
Seed to Feed is an organic program that came from a couple of men who wanted to provide fresh produce for people who were in need. So these two felt as though they wanted to utilize their land to grow fresh produce and then be able to give it free.
The seed to the feed, and from the time the seeds are planted, they're watched over carefully and they're taken care of until we get them in here to the feed, and then we're feeding our guests.
Soup of Success is a job and life skills training program that transforms women in this magical way. They learn all sorts of things about how to be self-sufficient and how to balance a budget and how to speak properly during an interview, but it does so much more than that. It makes them realize that they're worth it. They're worth working for, they're worth being treated right, they're worth, putting forth effort into something. And it's really magical. It's really just the coolest thing I've ever been a part of.
The Soup of Success program is our deeper dive into the needs of addressing what poverty creates when it puts women in crisis. In addition to the soups, cookies, and dips and greeting cards that they make, we are now in what we call mitten world. And we are making mittens and we're selling those, and there are some tremendous mittens that we're making, and we're literally making them from wool sweaters that are cut into pattern.
We've hired one of the Soup of Success graduates, and that's exciting because she's been able to come on board and help us run that line of mittens.
So once you get chosen to be in this program, that's a life change within itself. When I first came in, I was nervous, but I was Michelle. I was nothing fake, nothing phony. I showed the true me. I learned the true side of my life the day in that interview. At that interview, I knew it was time for me to walk straight ahead. There was no looking back for me, and I haven't looked back since. It was a hard process, but it was a process that was much needed, and I got much out of it.
But we've always thought the other half of that equation has yet to be addressed. So we are excited about what Man Alive is going to be able to do inside of the Elkhart community to address that need.
I believe that hope is understanding that there's always a way out of your situation. And obviously, as a minister of the gospel, I believe strongly in that. But on a broader level, there's always hope when someone is willing to come alongside and walk in your shoes with you and say, this is the way, come and let me help you.
In our pantry alone, we have over 2,500 families that come through every month. And we just have an ongoing need for those who want to volunteer, for those who want to donate their time, their talents.
Church community service is a heart of the Elkhart. Elkhart, that is part of our heart, is church community service.